Hello, welcome back to my channel. This will be a love reading for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus signs. This reading will definitely resonate with you if you have a Leo placement in your Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. If this reading does not resonate with you, Leos, I would highly recommend that you check other videos out in regards to other placements within your chart. All right, so let's get into your reading, Leo. So I pulled three cards for you, and that was the empathy, transformation, and the purpose card. And then I pulled two additional cards for each of the cards that I pulled for you. So with the past position, we have the empathy card, the Ten of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. So a lot of you may have in the past went through maybe a relationship or a situation, whether it was something that you were definitely passionate about. It could have been work related, it could have been family related, friendship, relationship. Take what resonates, but whatever it was that you were definitely passionate about, that you felt very deeply about, it kind of left you feeling like you were stabbed in the back, betrayed in some sort, and it kind of hit very heavy on your heart space. It could have potentially have been you could have been dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but it doesn't have to be. It could just simply be the energy that you were feeling in the past, something that you felt very deeply, very heavy, very deeply, passionately. You felt about this particular thing, and it left you feeling heartbroken. It made you feel like, that person or whatever the situation was, it could not be trusted. You felt betrayed, like you really felt like they just stabbed you in the back and left you for dead. That is the energy that I get. So with the empathy card, it says you feel and understand the emotions of others in the service of love. So like I said, you could be an empath, and you could have been dealing with someone that didn't value your emotions. That is exactly how I'm feeling, Leo. Like they didn't value your emotions at the time, and it kind of left you feeling like they left you out in the cold, like they left you for dead, like they didn't care about your feelings. They just didn't care, you know. So with the present position, we have the transformation card, the Five of Cups, and the High Priestess. So whatever happened to you in the past that left you feeling broken, heartbroken, feeling like this person stabbed you in the back, they took from you, they just left you high and dry, it gave you a sense of an epiphany. You felt more awakened, like a spiritual awakening feeling. That's what I'm getting off of that. Like you could have went through like the dark night of the soul type of energy, where it made you more closed off to people. It made you feel like you were kind of like in hermit mode. Like that card didn't pop up, but that is just that's really what I'm feeling. Like you were just straight isolation, shut off from the world for a while, and you just went into self love, just about you. Like you just closed off to the world and just went within, and within that process of you going within, you had a epiphany. You had more of clarity in the situation that you went through in the past. So with the transformation card, it says you use the power of love to move through illusions and shift into awareness. So like I said, a lot of you went through a situation in the past where it made you feel a little bit naive about a lot of things, where you may have felt like you had your heart on your shoulder type of energy, where you just walked around freely loving, very caring person, and someone just took advantage of it, and it just made you feel closed off. But I feel like through this sadness, like what you're currently feeling right now, that you're going through this transformation, you're going through this spiritual awakening process, where it's gonna allow you to be able to reflect on the reasons why things happen the way that it happened, and what you need to do to move forward. So in this current process, you are learning not to not feel anymore, because a lot of people, they go through the process of being hurt and they stay hurt, if that makes sense. Like, they stay hurt, they let what happened to them in the past consume them to the point where they allowed it to change them. But I feel like for you, you're going through this epiphany, this spiritual awakening, where you're not looking at it from a sense of, I want to change and just be cold towards everybody because they were cold towards me. I feel like you're learning how to when to use your love, when to open up your heart space, and when to not with certain people. So in order for you to learn that skill, you have to go within, and you have to have more of a self-love, Leo. So I feel like that is definitely what's going on. Like, I really really strongly feel like you could have water placements, or you could be a water sign with Leo placements. That is definitely what I'm picking up right now. So I would suggest you look at the Pisces reading, because the Pisces reading has some things that definitely resonates with your reading, Leo. Or you could, like I said, you could potentially been dealing with a water sign that the past experiences that you had with this person opened you up and allowed you to see things on a different level. You could have had a spiritual connection with this person. So in the future, I have the Purpose card, the Ten of Wands, and the Princess of Pentacles. So you are definitely in the process of manifestation. So with the Purpose card, it says you possess the determination and the dedication to consistently demonstrate love. So like I said, whatever happened to you in the past, it didn't break you to the point where it allowed you to not feel. It allowed you not to want to show love. I feel like it enhanced it in some way. Oh, okay. I'm getting it now. I just picked up on a whole nother story right now. So for some of you, that is your story about you kind of, it enhanced it a bit, and it made you learn how to balance the two. And the other story that I'm picking up, for some of you, you could have been the person that was shallow and didn't show empathy to the person you were dealing with in the past. That's another thing that I'm picking up on, Leos. Like, you could have potentially been with an earth sign or a water sign. Earth sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This person could have been very loving, very nurturing, very caring to you. You could have had a spiritual connection with this person, and you might have left them out in the cold. You might have betrayed them in some way and may have left the connection. And in the process of you losing that particular connection, or they walked away from you because you didn't value the love and nurturing that they wanted to give to you, it created conflict to the point where the foundation in the relationship wasn't stable enough and it came crashing down. And with that, with the tower coming, crashing down, it made you guys separate. It made you distance yourself from one another. And in this process of you being separated from the person you had a spiritual connection with, it made you go within and really see and value the relationship for what it was. So now you're going into the future trying to manifest that same connection back into your life, if that makes sense. Whether it's with that same person or learning the lessons from what happened so that you can be able to attract it in and value it on a different level than what you did in the past. Because maybe in the past you weren't ready for that connection because you weren't awakened yet. So now you're awakened to what the actual relationship was bringing into your life. You were able to value and have more empathy for loving relationships. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So let me pull some butterfly cards of advice for you, Leo, because even though some of you it could have been vice versa. But I feel like even though you lost that connection, you were able to gain a different perspective on life itself, because that particular relationship that you were in